Hello, well it's another lovely day in the woods, and today I'm going to be getting some bark off of trees, and bark can be used for a whole host of things, commonly used for making baskets, but also things like knife sheaths and even canoes. So having a go, haven't done this before, I'll watch a couple of people who are pretty expert at bark removal and see how they do it and what tools they're using. And also Hedge Laying Phil, he has a very clever tool for getting bark strips, and it's quite effective, so we'll see that in use as well. And I say I'll have a go, get some bark off. The bark at this time of year isn't so good because you actually want to try and get it in the winter when the sap's down, and the wood we've got, it's actually a bit dry now, so I don't think it's going to be that easy, but we'll manage something no doubt, and see how it goes. So it's the rounded top edge of that spud it protects the bark, doesn't it, in effect? But then the flat side does the cutting.
Yeah, well basically it's just sort of pushing it apart.
Yeah. Hey. Well, here's some of the raw bark material, and some of this was harvested last year, and what happens is it's soaked for about 20 minutes or so, and that makes it nice and supple. And we've got one of our experts who's been making some very nice things here. So we have some woven bark, which that could be a chair seat or a basket, and then rather good fun, we've got this with large sections of bark which have been stitched together, and this lovely basket, which actually was a competition winner at the Bodgers Ball, and with good reason. So that's what you can do with the bark. So I'm just going in gently and just prizing the bark bit by bit. So again, here's the tool for a closer up view. You see what I'm doing? I think I'll have a go at blacksmithing up one of these. So it looks quite a nice thing to make, fairly straightforward. I'll have to find an old hoe or something. Hopefully be able to lift this off now. Yeah, that's easier. I can see that by the time you've done about 10 logs with this, you'd find techniques of getting quicker and better at it. Right, there you are, one more piece. So that's 3 strips now. Hedge Laying Phil has just joined me, and he has his own bark cutting tool. When did he make that one?
When did we make this? About a month ago. We were trying to do the bark down there.
All right.
So this one,
yeah.
You like
Yes, you have the expensive
blade. That doesn't really matter, but the important thing is that the blade flexes quite a lot, so I've had to put little screws right near the end.
Oh yes, yes.
Now the original, the Mark 1 had a blade both sides, but they tended to do that.
Oh right, yeah.
So this one's now just got a bit of plastic screwed to it.
To stop.
So I can use that.
Whoops.
Don't kill myself. To run that down the side.
So you're doing this straight off the
So I
log,
can
and then going down.
run that.
Yeah, that actually looks
So that will now be.
a nice length.
I can peel that bit off. I should have bought a screw.
Do you know what the sort of optimum length to get these? You know, what's a good working length? Is that a good? Probably is for a basket.
It depends what you want to
isn't
do with it. So if you think about making a basket, for example, if that was.
Yeah.
That's the sort of diameter of a basket.
Well, that's fine.
If you want it bigger, then just do it longer.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
as simple as that. Then you've got to split it apart. This is the tough bit. Somehow.
So that's to remove. Is it?
You've got to remove the outer.
Is it cambium or something? I forget the biology lessons. But it's the outer layer, isn't it? So then you get the, and the bit you keep is the inner.
We're keeping the inner inside, please.
Stuff. The outer's too soft, isn't it? Too sappy. Is that the theory?
The outer stuff, yeah. The inner stuff is like. Actually, that's going really well.
That is, isn't it? It's very good. Very good indeed, actually.
It's the little knots and stuff that get you. So that's the bit we're going to keep.
Yep. That's great.
Let's chuck that last bit off. So what we do is we just sort of tie that in a knot. leave it to dry.
Great.
And that's, there we go.
Oh,
We
wonderful.
have
Yes, excellent. Right, I am inspired to carry on.
2 now.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, see, I've been peeling it off the log first, but seeing you do that, it's so much cleaner.
If you look at that, that is pretty much, I mean, it's not exactly accurate, but
No, it's good, isn't it?
have you seen Terry's leather strip maker?
No. Oh, I'm missing a tool here, aren't I?
The only problem is they're about £50. It's
Right.
it is actually razor blades. They stick up like that, and you pull it through. You know the lace making
yes,
thing?
yes, yep.
It's like that, but you just pull it through in a straight line, and then it will cut
Perfect.
exactly parallel,
Okay,
inch
I'm
or
just
2
going to have
inch
a
or
look
whatever
at that.
size you want.
Could be useful for leather working.
So that's number 2.
Yeah.
Now that's got a little knot in it, so that's probably going to be really horrible to
Oh, I see, but that will go.
peel. So
Yeah.
what I do,
So you twist the top to get the
Sort of-
peeling going.
get it started.
Yeah.
And some bits go a lot easier than others. Oh, actually, that's not too bad, is it?
Not, is it?
Actually, this is going really,
It is actually. I know. I'm quite
really
impressed.
nicely.
Well, also taking the whole layers off, I've been hitting knots and things, and then
Yeah.
it gets a crack, and it's not.
The trick is to find a nice piece of fresh wood to start with that hasn't got all knots and nonsense in it. So there's a couple of them, so we can literally just
Carry on getting quite a few off there.
yeah.
So I suppose with the pieces I've done, if I lay them on a log and use that tool, I can hopefully still get some strips.
Yeah, to be honest, it doesn't. If your strips are going a little bit like that, it doesn't matter because you can trim them up afterwards.
Yeah.
So you can pull them through that strip cutter.
Yeah.
You like your strap cutter, basically.
Yes,
That's all it
yeah.
is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you've got some nice.
I like the way all these leather tools migrate into woodwork. Oh, the dogs are being active.
Yeah.
We need a,
Sounds like John's dog, doesn't it?
yeah, I think so. Having a walk.
And so that's got a bit. And some of these bits are a lot thicker than others. This is a really thick one. If you have a look at that, that's really
Oh yes,
fat
yes.
compared to this one that we did.
Does that matter particularly?
Well, no idea.
No.
I think it's just bits like some
I
bits
wouldn't
of
think
the
it
tree.
matters too much.
I think what you would do is probably when you're doing your basket, you'd have a fat piece
Yes.
at the
next to
top
a-
or the bottom or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Choose your bits accordingly.
yeah.
A bit like rush work or.
No, well, that's the way you're
Yes.
supposed to do it, but it certainly.
Yeah,
that
no,
certainly seems to
I'm
work.
quite impressed with that. That looks a more sort of effective way of getting uniform bits
Yeah.
fairly quickly, actually, as well. Because you've already stripped quite a big area like that.
Easy with a bit of screwdriver at the end.
Yeah,
So yes, it's quite. But you've got to have quite a long.
yeah, that is deeper.
That's
isn't
quite
it?
deep. Because the first ones that I did, they were probably half that size.
Yes.
It was nowhere near
No,
deep
no, I
enough.
can see actually, but it makes a big difference. And actually, you're not needing the lovely spud debarking tool, are you?
No, but that's, to be honest, it's probably some of the trees go a lot better than others.
Yeah.
So
this log's working nicely, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
so I can still have the excuse for that blacksmithing project. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a lot. Again, that's coming off much thinner for some reason.
Yeah, it's working, isn't it? So how long does one drive this for? Do you know? Or is this over to Terryland?
I don't know. Yeah, I've never made anything with them yet.
No,
So,
no, I intend to have a go. So
I don't think you need that much. If you work out,
yeah,
if you think that's basically a round of a basket, then you've got, you're very quickly going to build up
you aren't you? A few.
a basket.
Yes.
Basket's worth.
Yeah.
Terry, now how long do you dry these for, Terry?
Well, you don't need to dry them. You can use them green or
Oh.
just let them dry off and then soak them. Re-soak them. 10 minutes.
This is the gadget I made.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I can certainly see a blacksmithing job coming up making one of those bark removal tools. Certainly want to do more with bark at some point in the future and have a go at making a basket. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that insight into how to harvest bark. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.